Hello, gentle friends. My name is Gina Dominique, and I hope that you are having an absolutely wonderful day so far. In the last video I posted, I confessed to you my deepest, darkest packing mistakes from the trip that my husband and I took last fall. And today I'm hoping to redeem myself because I'm going to be sharing with you my packing favorites. Some of these are things that I carry with me in my purse every day in the hopes of giving you something useful to carry with you, or maybe you already carry a bunch of these things and you're just going to get some validation that you are a super duper prepared person. Either way, I'm excited to share with you some of my favorite little items that always come in clutch, so let's get into it. First and foremost, let's kick it off strong with the item that I talk about in every single Pack With Me video, and that is the Kindle. I always say never leave home without the Kindle. This one is the Kindle Paperwhite. It's very, very old. I think it was maybe the first or second generation of Kindle Paperwhite that they made. And I don't know like the specifications, the dimensions or whatever of this one. They have so many Kindles. You can find a Kindle for whatever your needs may be, but I bring this with me all the time. The battery life is crazy. It is water resistant. Like I've read by the pool, kids have splashed water all over this thing. It keeps going strong. I love my Kindle so much. And here's the thing, I also love paper books, okay? I know that there are people on here that are forever loyal to the paper book, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Bring as many paper books as you want when you travel. For me personally, I know I like to be able to read in lots of different places, different conditions. I don't want to have to worry about my book if I want to read it by the pool or at the beach. I don't want to worry about it getting wet or sandy or damaged. And with the Kindle, I don't have to worry about that. It's also convenient because I can read in lots of different lighting situations, like if we're in bed and my husband is trying to sleep, but I want to stay up and read a little bit. I have the backlight. You can also throw it in dark mode so your eyes don't get as strained. And I know some people also read on their phone. That is another thing I don't love to do. I get distracted when notifications pop up. It also drains my battery, and sometimes when I'm traveling, I want to be really protective of my phone battery, and so I will want to read, but then I'm like, better not touch it. This way, with the Kindle, with a separate device just for reading, I feel like I have more freedom to read whenever I want. And like I said, this battery lasts forever. And also, depending on the length of travel, like if we're only going away for a weekend or even maybe a week, a paper book is fine because we're going to be doing other things. I won't be reading all the time. But when we travel, like to Spain to visit my in-laws, when we're gone for a month or more, I don't have the weight capacity or the space capacity for a bunch of giant books. I think the other thing people don't always consider is the consistency of this. Like your Kindle is going to stay the same size. So whereas a regular paperback or hardcover book, depending on the book you're reading, it's going to be different lengths, different weight, different sizes. But with this, I always know what pocket of my bag it's going to fit in, how much it's going to weigh, what else I can fit in that pocket with it. Having something that is always the same size, no matter how much content I'm bringing with me, is super duper helpful for just overall packing planning. My next must-have is a fairly new addition. It is this microfiber towel that my husband got me for my birthday, and it has this little carabiner clip on it so you can hang it on the outside of a bag, which is really useful if it's damp and you want it to be able to dry out. It has these sort of openings only on one side, but then it's also completely open on the side. And I'll pull it out for you. Folds up very tiny, as you can see, but then it's actually a very good size. And this one is by Matador, and it has also this little loop so that you can hang it up if you're hanging it to dry or just hanging it to wait for you in the shower, something like that. I will admit I was very skeptical when I got this. I thought it is so thin and it's so smooth, like there's just no way that this is actually going to dry me. It might push the water around, but I don't think it's going to work like that. No, this thing is incredible. It works so freaking well. Dries me so fast, dries my hair so fast, and then it dries so fast. I will never leave home without this again. It's also really great for those of us with funky colored hair. because even if you're going somewhere with towels, your in-laws' house, your friend's house, hotels, this is going to get on every towel and it'll wash out, but it's a little bit shocking maybe to the people who own those towels. So being able to bring your own little unobstructed thing can be useful. Even if you don't have wild hair like this just has come in so handy for me. I've taken it to the beach and wrapped it around myself as a little impromptu beach cover, something to sit on if there's, if you're out and it's raining and you need to dry off, a chair or something. This just comes in handy so many different ways that I will certainly never be traveling without it ever again. Another classic that you've seen me mention time and time again is my spray hand sanitizer from Trader Joe's. This one is lavender. They also have a grapefruit. I don't really like the smell of that one as much, but this, it's in my purse. It's in my car. There's one in my laptop bag that I take to work stuff and conferences and I have a bunch of these in every bag and I never leave home without this. I like it better than the gel because I feel like the gel just never dries. If you use too much, it's harder to wipe off, but this dries really well. It's super convenient. The spray part is really convenient. I don't ever worry about it exploding in my bag or getting all over everything like I do with a gel. And I also really like the smell of this one. You're familiar with carabiners. You probably already own a few. This one though is my absolute favorite. I got it at REI and I love it because it's locked by default and you have to twist and then pull it to open it up. And I kind of thought that would be annoying at first. It's harder. It's not impossible to do one-handed. You can do it. It's a little bit trickier. Sorry if that's really loud, but it's very secure. I never have to worry about it. I don't worry about when I'm walking around cities or through the airport or anywhere that there's a lot of people, bumping into someone or something and having it come apart and slip off or anything like that. It's also very heavy duty, so I'm not worried about it breaking or bending or anything like that. It is super sturdy. It is from Tarango is the brand. Not sure how close I can get. This is a new camera, so sorry if that was just a completely pointless exercise, but I love this carabiner. I also love the color. I must say, I think the green is super pretty, so highly recommend. Even if you don't have a locking one like this, a carabiner is always a good thing to carry around on vacation. Another clip-on item that I never leave home without is this strawberry. It's currently on my Lululemon crossbody bag. This is the 2-liter one. I really want to get one of the 3-liter ones, but I'm waiting until they make a color that I fall in love with, like the screen, or I really want them to make the leopard print. But anyway, back to my little strawberry. This is a holder for an AirTag. So there's actually an AirTag inside of here. And I like having the holder on it because I feel like if someone does steal my bag or something, it may not register to them right away. They might look inside and look for an AirTag, but it might not occur to them. I could be wrong. I'm not a criminal mastermind like some people, but I don't think it would occur to them right away to check for this. So I feel like I'd have a second, to notice my thing was missing and hunt it down. Maybe that's just wishful thinking, but I'm hoping here. And I also just think it's adorable. What a fun way to keep an AirTag attached to your bag in a cute little fruit. And I like that it clips on so I can transfer it. It doesn't have to take up room in my bag. I don't have to worry about it falling out of my bag. It'll just clip on to whatever I'm carrying, which is usually this, TBH, but it can transfer. Another thing that is in most of my Pack With Me videos is my little shower scrubbies. So I keep them in this plastic Ziploc bag just in case I do ever have to put them away when they're still a little bit wet or anything like that. If I'm in a hurry for some reason, then they don't get everything around them wet. But they look like this. This one is the body one. And then the little face one is just like this. And I just like those better than bringing a washcloth. I feel like is really inconvenient because they take forever to dry and you can't always count on the place that you're going stocking washcloths. If you're going to a friend's house, you're just asking to use more of their towels and things like that. So I really just prefer to have my little silicone ones. They're really easy to clean. I can just, scrub them off in the sink. I don't need to worry about doing laundry to clean them. And I also just feel cleaner when I can exfoliate using these guys. So that is why they always come with me. In my other packing videos, I've talked about having a bag of tricks, which is for those little purse items that you always want to carry and move from bag to bag, and it keeps them all in one place. So this bottle opener is always in my bag of tricks, and you'll notice it's the little Yelp logo. If you didn't know, Yelp is so much bigger than just a review website. They have all of these events. There are Yelpers who leave a bunch of reviews, and you can be elite and all of this stuff. And I was part of it back when I lived in Philadelphia many years ago. And I got this at an event, and I have been carrying it around ever since. And the just amount of situations I have been in where we end up needing a bottle opener, like you just wouldn't think about it. And I know that you can do tricks like put it on the edge of a table and like pop it and do things like that. I can't do any fancy pants tricks like that. I need just something like this. And a lot of other bottle openers and things that I've seen, like multi-tools, are sharp and pointy or have sharp and pointy elements, so you can't take them on the plane. But this one is just super simple. It can go anywhere, do anything, isn't going to set off alarms or anything like that. And I know, like, it's so crazy to me to include something so simple like this, but it has just come in handy for me so many times that I could not. This little sucker also lives in my bag of tricks, and this is, if you are unfamiliar with sewing, a seam ripper. Pull off the cap, pop it on the back, and it just looks like this. And the reason that I started carrying a seam ripper is because I cannot stand tags in things that are itchy. Apparently I have been like this ever since I was a child. My mom told me that she and my dad had to cut all the tags out of my clothing. They'd even have to cut tags off of stuffed animals because I just could not stand it. And the older I get, the worse it gets. Like, I will not wear something if there's an itchy tag whatsoever. And it's not enough to just cut out the tag, okay, because then you still have the edges and they are still itchy. So I need to seam rip out the tag. And when I'm traveling, if I get something new, especially if I need something, like if I didn't bring a sweater and it's suddenly freezing, I mean, I won't make that mistake again probably, but you know what I mean. If I want to wear something right away, I gotta be able to seam rip out the tag. It's also come in handy for opening packaging that is stubborn. If you're like, I'm not bothered by tags, there's no reason I should carry a seam ripper. Well, actually, it comes in handy. And I know that there are restrictions against like scissors and obviously pocket knives and things like that for air travel. I have yet to encounter any regarding seam rippers. So this could be a solution for when you're flying and still want something that you can, get into that pesky packaging with. These last two items I don't carry with me all the time, but for certain types of travel, I absolutely have to have them. So the first one is if I have a very long travel day ahead of me, or just a really busy day that I'm go and I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to eat something, I have to carry a Bobo's bar. And this particular one is the chocolate peanut butter flavor. This guy has 6 grams of protein and 360 calories. So it's like a meal in itself. They are delicious. There's so many different flavors. There's the chocolate banana one. There's a lemon poppy seed. They did a pumpkin spice one in the fall. So there's something for everyone. I never get sick of them. And it's something, especially when I'm traveling, like I'm an anxious traveler. So if I'm doing a long day or making flights and it's just a stressful experience, like I know that my stomach is not going to have a problem with this. It's something safe for me to eat in that regard. It's not messy. It's convenient. So for just many reasons, this is my preferred travel snack for long days. Last but certainly not least, if we are going to Spain to visit my husband's parents, I absolutely have to have this plug. And it's got this on the one side and then 3 little USB-A ports. And I got this in Spain at a store called Aleop. I'm obsessed with Aleop. I have to go in there multiple times every time we go to Spain because there's just so much in there and there's always something new to see. But anyway, I got this plug a few years ago. I'm pretty sure they might even have ones with USB-C now. I don't know. But this is just perfect for me. I can charge my phone, my Kindle, and my AirPods at the same time. Or my husband and I can charge our phones and get one more device in there. I just find that 3 is just like perfect. And what I absolutely adore about this, that I have never seen any other plug have, is once you plug this in, these light up. So when you're trying to finagle this into like a wall outlet and it's behind the nightstand or, under a table or whatever, you can still see where you're plugging everything in. That is incredible. Such a thoughtful design. And just the shape of it. I mean, look at that. It's like nice and narrow. It packs so well. I love this thing. Like, this is just my perfect little plug, and I bring it with me every single time that we go to Spain. And yeah, obsessed. Highly recommend. If Aliat still has these, pick up like 5 and send me a couple because I love this thing. And that's everything. Those are all of my packing essentials. I will link as many things as possible in the description below if you want to add those to your next packing list. And I wish you safe travels in your upcoming adventures. I will see you in the next one. Bye, gentle friends.